All right, everyone. How y'all doing? Woohoo! Woohoo! Today's the day. Anyway, I have some wood that Dish Outdoors sent me. And I've never seen wood like this before. And so I had to do a little bit of research and find out what's going on, because I'm not an advanced wood turner, okay? I don't know all the processes and all the things that wood turning people do. Anyway, this wood here, I was like, I opened the box. I went ahead and opened it. I didn't do a mail call. I hope Dish doesn't mind. I went ahead and opened it, and anyway, it's covered in the paraffin wax. I can't even pronounce the word. It's covered in wax, okay? Y'all get it. And I'm like, what in the world? What is it covered in wax for? And it looks really dark. So I thought at first maybe it was bloodwood or something. So I asked her about it, and she told me it was Osage orange. And I was like, oh, okay, that's beautiful wood right there. That's some gorgeous stuff. And it's very solid, very strong wood. Anyway, I had to do some research, and when it's green, this is green wood, okay? Green wood, you cannot turn it all the way or it'll crack because it still has moisture in it. They're skipping the process of drying the wood so it's cheaper. And that's the wonderful, beautiful plus about it all, is that it's much cheaper to buy it like this, but you have to go through the process of drying it yourself. So you can't wood turn it all the way. When you do work with wood like this green, it cuts like butter. It's very soft like butter, and it will have long curls and stuff. It won't have any wood dust and stuff like that. And anyway, so I found out doing my research that you can quicken the process very quickly. You don't have to wait for weeks and days and months and whatever. But this right here, I can round it off on the lathe, get rid of the paraffin wax, because you got to get that off. And I can put it in the microwave, but I have to put it at like 50%. But before I do that, I weigh it on my scale to find out how much it weighs. And I don't zap it too long, okay? I read one place, or I watched a video and it said 2 minutes, but when I asked my AI about it, it said 45 to 60 seconds. So I'm just going to go along with what the AI said. It may be that you can warm it up in the microwave to get rid of the moisture in the wood for 2 minutes, but I'm not going to take a chance on it. So then I have to let it cool off for like 45 minutes to an hour. And I do that several times. I weigh it between time to see the weight of it, if it's decreasing. When it decreases and it's no longer decreasing anymore, that means all the moisture is pretty much out of it. And then I can take it and put it back on the lathe, mount it on there, and then wood turn it into something beautiful. And so that's what the process I need to go through, and I'm going to go ahead and start doing that today. It might take 5, 6 to 10 times. I don't know. But that's okay. Now she gave me 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 3, 6, I can't count, 7, 8, 9 pieces. That is awesome. That is just incredibly awesome. I love that. That is so fantastic. I got that one I tried to push down in there. This one over here, and it just got stuck in there. So I'm not worried about it. That's okay. So I got a little bit of waxiness on my fingers right now. Anyway, what I'm going to do, it smells interesting. But yeah, what I was going to finish though, they do that, skip the process, so it's much, much cheaper. They don't have to go through all that electricity and the warehouses and drying wood, and also it's cheaper for them and it's cheaper when they sell it to us. And that's a wonderful thing. That is awesome. So anyway, what I'm going to do is round it off and then start making it. I'm going to start microwaving it. Anyway, and I don't know if I can put 2 pieces in there at the same time. That's another thing I need to ask the AI. It may say no. So we'll do that. And I hope y'all enjoy this video. I hope y'all can join me. I'm going to make matching candlestick holders. And I'm going to send them to her because she sent me this wood. Anyway, I love to make things for people, okay? If I have the wood, I'll make it for you. You want to send me some wood and make you something? Unless it's something so complicated I've never made before. I don't know. I'd have to, you know, take it as it comes. I have to cross that bridge when it gets here. But if you want me to wood turn something for you, just send me some wood. I'll wood turn it for you, okay? And I'll send it back to you. I thoroughly love wood turning, okay? I thoroughly enjoy it. So, anyway, we're going to go from there. I've talked long enough. I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. I'm back. I've had to deal with other things here. I made this one separate out off video, and I figured I would go ahead and make this box. I have to make this box so it matches this box. And in order to make both bases of the candlestick holders, I need them to be matching. These are supposed to be matching candlestick holders, and I can't put it all together until I make the boxes first. Now this one is still too tall, but I'm going to wait until I get the bottom on here. So I cut a square. This is the same size as this one right here, okay? And I already showed in the former video a little bit of stuff, but anyway, I just want to share again and reiterate the point in case anybody's watching this never seen the other video. And anyway, I need to glue this on here. And then this is too tall. Obviously, I'll have to sand down the bottom more. It's too thick. Although I'd like to have a thick box, it's just too thick. Okay, this right here has to be even with the boards here. When I put this in the center before I put, well, I don't have a cap right now, before I put a cap on and cover it. Okay, and I will have to glue a piece of the Osage orange in the front so that when I push it in and I make a circle, it will cut out the front of the drawer into a circle. So it'll form the drawer perfectly with the outside of the piece. Does that make sense? I don't know that I explained it last time very well, so I'm going to explain it this time. Hopefully it's clear. Now I'm going to have this drawer, hopefully, this drawer right here is going to be a little bit longer this way than this drawer. That's the only difference it's going to be. I should have made this one a little longer, but I decided I'll make it a little bit longer in case you want to stick a matchbox in this way. You don't have to worry about, let's see. Yeah, it'll fit. It should fit this one too. It fits this one too. It's a little snug at the, but you can put it in this way though. It fits fine. It fits better this way in this one than this way. This one, you should be able to fit it this way. Okay. So that's going to be the only little difference. And another thing, see, I was not going to make a drawer for these because the Osage orange is so hard. And I have a cheap bandsaw, and I mentioned that in the former video. But I got to thinking, the drawer does not have to be Osage orange except in the front where it's wood turning, right? Because that's the only thing that's really going to be showing. So it doesn't matter, it's going to be made out of pine. And pine is easy to cut. So I thought, hey, I still can make a drawer. And I'm going to go ahead and make a drawer for it. So that's what I decided to do. So we got a Matchbox drawer that's going to be integrated into the base. And then we'll get it going. I might do a similar base for this one as I did the former one. Only because this is a thick base. And because it's a thick base, it requires enough room to have the drawer in there. Because that's the only reason it is a thick base, is to have a drawer. So anyway, and cause, you know, I don't know what else to shape it. I mean, there's not a whole lot more shapes I can do right now. I'm sure there's more, but we'll probably make it very similar to the bottom base of the other one. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, and anyway, we're going to get this together. My other pair of glasses here. Let's see. We're going to glue this on here so I can sand it down. And I might touch it up with Dremel. Now, this drawer here is not perfect. You know, I had to bring it down some here and stuff with the Dremel. So it's kind of not flat, not beautiful, but that's okay. It's going to serve its purpose, right? So, well, we're not going to worry about the aesthetics of the inside of the box. Now, this one's more square. I got it very well squared. Only thing is I might touch it right here because it's sticking out too much right there with the wall. Or I might just leave it alone. If the Matchbox sticks in there, well, it's going to go this way. If it goes in there, fine. That's all that matters. Okay. And I'm going to... Well, I have to think about having enough room for the Osage orange, too. I mean, the wood. So I got to be careful with that idea, too. So I might have to shave it off on the inside a little bit right there. Because it may end up having to fit that way. So anyway, we're going to glue this on. Before I do, that's not level. And I got to be careful when I sand this. I got to make this smooth all the way around. And this right here is too tall, like I said before, and I have to cut it down. But I'll do that after I get this thing glued on here, and it's more stable so the little ends don't go bending around and stuff. So I got to be careful when I sand it too. I can't just hold it any way I want to. I got to make sure it's smooth right there, because there's a area right here that's not smooth. Alright, let's glue this baby on. There's only one more thing I would like to do. And that was to see if I can't sand these edges a little bit. Now I went ahead and took the Dremel while I had easy access and knocked this off on the inside of the drawer right there. It's a lot easier to do it because I can get up in there, but if it's already together, it's a lot harder. That's why the other one is kind of rounded off a little bit in the back, right here and here, because I didn't have easy access. So we should be able to glue this side on very well. Let's see, what was it? Okay, should be. I have coffee grinds I got in my mouth. I had to use my strainer and get that stuff out. Golly. I don't like that. Ooh, it's trying to stick to my finger. Doggone. gotta make sure it sticks all the way around when I glue it on. Now when I shave it down, so it's not quite so high, I will shave off the bottom a lot. I may have to shave the top part up here. I reckon it's better than having a, let's see, that's not right, and I bet it's too late to correct that at this point. And I got it. Okay, we got it glued on pretty much. And then I will stop and get me some food to eat. I'm hungry. Made me a tuna fish sandwich. I get tired of eating pizzas. I can eat pizzas all the time, but that's not good for you. Our pizzas have a lots of load. They're loaded with salt. Now our pizza sauce is sweet, but our pizzas are slow. They're loaded with salt now. They'll mess you up. I've been able to eat many of pizzas over the years, but that's not good. Not good. And plus, I like home-cooked meals. I just have not been in the mood or found the time lately to really cook. I'm not, I like to cook when I feel like it. But, I'll cook anyway even if I don't feel like it, but I just have not been in the mood. So anyway, let's see. Where's that other drawer? Where did I put that thing? There it is. Trying to hide it from me. See how much that stupid thing got in the way. So it's about like half an inch higher than it should be. See, it's pretty tall. So I got to cut that down. I could probably... No, I'm not going to do that. Well, Mike can. Mike can take it on the not the bandsaw. No, I'll just try to shave it down because it's much safer, and I might break something or cut it wrong or something and mess it all up, and I don't want to do that. So, and then I'll have to put a piece of Osage orange in here. This is a little bit big, so what I'll have to do is shave it off just a tiny bit. Just a teeny tiny bit, not much at all. Just a hair, an 1/8 of an inch maybe, at the very most. So I can put this in here a little bit, just like the other one. What do you think? Yeah? That's a plan. Alright, and we'll be back later. Alright, I have it down to size. Now, a place chipped out right there. I'll try to fill it in with some sawdust or something. I don't know how it happened. I think I know. I was doing the sander, and it popped it. It popped the belt. And the belt's starting to come off. And when it does that way, it can mess something up. So, anyway, I'm fortunate that it didn't do any more damage. But anyway, so I'm just going to glue this on. We'll see. Oh, that's not flat like I wanted it to be. Now I gotta shave that down. That's not good. Oh well, that's what happens when I don't pay attention, right? So anyway, we're gonna go from there. Then I'll have to put a piece over here, like I did this one, sticking out, so when I would turn it, all goes well. I need to find out where is my measuring tape. I tell you what, I get all kinds of stuff over here and then I lose it. And I'm like, how do I lose stuff when I have it right here with me? That doesn't make any sense at all. Not one lick of sense. And one thing I haven't found in a while, when I found it, is my measuring tape, sewing tape. This is almost right at 6 inches. Almost right at 6 inches. See, I need that. Yeah. Okay. All right, and I'll be back, guys. All right, let's put the tenon on, and then I get that drying. The other base is still drying. Are we trying to get other things ready right now? Okay. The good thing is for this tenon is it's made of Osage arms. Oh, blah, I can't talk. Well, Osage orange also. I cut them off of the candles, the stems that I'm going to turn. These will be the stems, and they'll have to be a little thinner than I'd normally make them. But that's fine because, you know, it's beautiful. And I don't want to have them that long, so I think I may have said it earlier. I don't remember at all. But anyway, I don't want them that tall. It's already going to be tall enough as it is. So it'll be kind of tall, but it's not going to be that tall. So what I'll do, we're going to get this one mounted up here. We'll get this on here. It's going to be beautiful. I didn't have my camera angled properly, and I deeply apologize for that. I feel so bad when I don't have the camera on something. I'm sitting here talking about something, and I look down when I go and edit it and stuff, and I'm like, oh no, that's not good. And then there's times I'll be wood turning, and it's not in the video camera at all, and I have to cut it all out. I've had to cut large sections out before, but I still make it work. I mean, we get the video together still, and that's cool. That's cool by me. All right, we gotta let this dry for a bit. I had to center it right there. I'd like the other cone stock on there that, not cone stock, tail stock on there that doesn't have, okay, this is what I need on there. But what I'll do is I'll just wait until that dries a few minutes, because I don't feel like fooling with it and slipping around again. All right, and I'll be back later when we get to turning this one. Okay, I got to find the center of this piece, and I need to draw a circle on this piece also, and it needs to be the same size as this circle. It's important to start off with the same size. There's no doubt about it. And I need to find the center. That is very important because I don't want it to wobble and be off center, you know, when I'm wood turning it and stuff. Best that I can. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. Some people get it perfect, and that's great. So if I had my caliper where it would, the digital part work, then I could probably find it. I could probably dial in the numbers or something on the computer, on my calculator, and it'll figure it out for me. But I'm not worried about it. So anyway, let me, oh, that's upside down. This ruler used to be my dad's. It had something on the other side of it, but it came off and peeled off eventually. But anyway, he had to use tools and stuff when he used to be a nuclear engineer. And then of course they came out with computers and stuff, so it's not a big deal. Hold on just a minute, I'll be back. Alright, so I need to find the center. Before I do, let me mark this, because I need to go according to this drawer area, not according to this piece of wood, because this needs to be centered here. Does that make sense? It has to be centered according to this, not according to the wood, because the wood is shifted over this way a little bit, which is not good because I have it shifted over there more than I need to. So that's why I drew a line on the other piece like this. So find out and go to the center of according to where the drawer is. That's the same thing I have to do when I make a feature ring. A feature ring is when I put a pattern or something around a bowl or a cup or something. When I cut it to form a segment to join it into a ring, I have to cut it according to the center of the pattern, not according to the wood itself. So it makes sense, so it stays centered. Now I haven't always cut segmented rings properly. Sometimes I've cut off things and it's messed it up just a tad. That's okay. I'm still learning stuff. There's trial and error, and that's just fine. So I got it, and you can tell by here that the line, there's more over here in this section than is over here. This is more narrow. This is wider. See? So I got to find the center according to this square. It's a little over 2 inches right there. So what I need to do, let's see, 2 1/4. I'm going to say it's about right in here somewhere. Is my guess. So what I'll do is take the measuring stick let's see, this is saying it's right. Come on, right. Needs to be about right in here somewhere. Okay, now I gotta measure this way. All right. About right in there. So it should be about right in here. About right in there. Okay. We got the center. Now I need to bring this back over here because I gotta make sure, because this thing moves. This is a cheapo one. I have a better one that was my dad's. I don't know where it is right now, so that's why I'm not using it. let's see, I need to do it like this so that when I put that tailstock cone right there, it centers it. Same thing with this one. So they're both cut the same. Does that make sense? I hope so. And I also need to center the other side. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and put the, well, wait a minute. I don't reckon it really matters. This side's messed up. It's rough. I wish I had lined that up better. I didn't line that up very well like I should have. It's right on the edge right there. What I'll do is take it to my miter saw and probably cut the corners off some. Does that make sense? So that we can knock off some of this rough stuff, and I don't have to sit here wood turning all these corners and everything on the lathe. I gotta make sure I don't cut this, right? I just want to knock off the edges a little bit. That's all I want to do. I don't know why I'm doing it like that. I don't reckon it matters. Let's see. So it is very important to measure stuff. So even when you're just mounting it, you want it to be mounted properly. So you get the best, most efficient. How would you explain it? So you get it, so you don't mess up your piece, especially when you're trying to make a double of something. If this was not a double, I wouldn't worry so much about it. But since it's going to be identical, we have to turn it the same. We have to do this. Does it make sense? I hope so. I'll take the color out on that. Not going to worry about this one right now. I'm sorry about the noise. Let me wait for that vehicle to leave. And all of a sudden, right when I get to the lathe, finally, after all day long, it starts raining again. Isn't that something? It was all nice and sunny today for a change, after about a month of rain. Anyway, I'm just complaining. All right, I have both pieces. I cut them down some. Okay, these are already close to the edge anyway. When I made the circle. In fact, I need to make the circle again because I can't see it. I used the same size circle on both pieces. Now, I'm not going to necessarily be able to do what it says I can do. And I'm supposed to make what's called a story stick. Or you can make like a template where you would lay you would turn a stick on the lathe that's not really your candlestick holder. It's just a piece you're going to go by, and you would lay it on a piece of cardboard and pull it up with some books underneath so that you can draw the outline of it on there. And I'm just not going to do that neither. So what I'm going to do, let me make sure y'all can see. Sorry about that. Let me get this camera right. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shave this end down so it's straight, flat, smooth. And I'm going to make sure this one is shaved down the same amount, okay? The same amount of thickness. And we'll go from there and slowly measure stuff as we go. That's the only thing I know to do right now. I got them both on tenons, and here's the thunder, and here's the rain. So I gotta stop. So here we go. Isn't that something? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna step inside for a bit while this is going on until it passes by.